Pi network continues to spark massive conversations with its global community, especially around the concept of the global consensus value, widely known as GCV. What began as a hopeful idea has now grown into one of the most debated topics within the entire ecosystem. Many pioneers believe GCV is a groundbreaking vision, while others think it clashes with how real financial markets work. As time has passed, it has become clear that the community is now divided into different viewpoints, with each group strongly defending its perspective. GCV, in its simplest meaning, is the belief that millions of pioneers around the world can agree on a single value of pi, and that this agreed upon value could guide the community within Pi network. When the idea first came out, it felt exciting and filled with hope. An idea of creating a new kind of digital currency shaped not by market speculation but by community unity. But as the months went by, the reality became more complicated. Two major opinions emerged: those who strongly support GCV and those who say it does not align with how real markets operate. On one hand, some pioneers believe GCV is the best way to protect Pi from manipulation. They argue that a unified value brings stability, avoids chaos, builds confidence for merchants, and prevents Pi from being undervalued during the early mainnet stages. To this group, GCV represents fairness, protection, and economic dignity. They believe a currency backed by millions of united people can create its own standard and avoid the bump and dump cycles that usually hurt small investors. They repeat the phrase, one currency, one value, saying that Pi should not be treated like a speculative coin, but like a real digital economy with rules and structure. However, others strongly disagree. They argue that GCV is emotionally appealing but economically unrealistic. To them, no currency can escape the laws of supply and demand. Markets naturally decide value, not a vote, not a wish, not a community slogan. They say that trying to force a fixed value could create false expectations, discourage legitimate exchanges from listing Pi, and cause even bigger problems when Pi finally enters open trading. According to this group, the true value of Pi will come from utility, adoption, real transactions, real businesses accepting Pi, and the strength of its ecosystem, not from a number chosen by community agreement. When you explore Pi community groups, discussions, and forums, you find a huge range of opinions. Some people defend GCV with passion, believing it is the only way Pi can stand out from other cryptocurrencies. Others are realists who prefer waiting for the market to decide. There are also people who are unsure, skeptical, or simply waiting for Open Mainnet to reveal the truth. Motivations vary as well. Some people support GCV because they believe in a fair and equal economy. Others dream of a high starting price because it aligns with their personal expectations. And others simply want a smooth, realistic, market-based introduction. Looking ahead, the database around GCV could have major effects on Pi once Open Mainnet arrives and exchange listings begin. If the community continues to push for one fixed number, some exchanges may choose to stay away because markets do not function through community pressure. On the other hand, Pi might enter the market with multiple values: an internal value inside the Pi ecosystem and an external value decided by global trade. There is even the possibility that GCV could become an internal reference value used for Pi apps, merchants, and community projects, while the open market sets its own price. Some pioneers believe GCV will completely disappear once Pi begins real-world trading. Others say it will remain as a community benchmark, even if the market price changes. But one thing is clear: the true price of Pi will depend on liquidity demand, utility, adoption, and the strength of the Pi community, not on emotion or expectation. Whether GCV survives or not, these debates have helped the community learn important lessons. First, they have educated millions of pioneers about how digital markets and cryptocurrencies really work. Second, they have shown that Pi community is powerful but diverse, united yet filled with different perspectives. And that diversity is not a weakness. It is a sign of a large, living, dynamic community. From now, GCV remains a dream for some and a question mark for others. It may become a guiding concept, a community symbol, or simply a stepping stone towards something more practical. What matters most is that Pi continues to build its real strength: technology, utility, apps, use cases, identity verification, ecosystem growth, and real economic activity. Pi is not just building a coin, it is building a digital society, a global online community with millions of people, its own currency, its own rules, AI protection, strong cryptography, and a future digital economy built on real human participation. The debates about GCV reflect that Pi's community is alive, active, and thinking deeply about the future of the project. In the end, one can predict exactly what will happen. Some think Pi will launch at a high value. Others believe it will begin low and grow with time. And others think it will start with no price at all. Only time will reveal the truth. Open Mainnet will answer the questions everyone has been asking. Will GCV play a major role? Will it be an internal value only? Or will the market override it completely? What do you think? Which side are you on? Do you believe the community will eventually unite around one approach? Or will the discussions continue even after launch? Whatever happens, one thing is certain: these databases are shaping the future of Pi's economy. They show that Pi is not just another cryptocurrency, but a community-driven movement with millions of voices contributing to its destiny. And as Pi continues to evolve, every pioneer will have a part to play in what